Today's story is about this mother who lost her daughter. But what happened after she lost her daughter is what caused a lot of controversy morally and socially. So now let's just get into the story. Junga was raised in an unusual family. When she was 1.5 years old, her mom divorced her dad, and whenever she asked about her dad, her mom would just tell her that your dad passed away. But the real reason is because the dad was cheating on her and just never talked to him, and he was never in their life anymore. Junga's mother, Jiang Qiulian, is a very independent woman. She just make her own living. In the beginning, she was trading fabrics. She would drive her little truck to the fabric factory in the morning very early to get the really cheap price for the leftover fabrics, and she would bring all those fabrics to the town that's close to her and sell it in a little bit higher price, and between that she made a living. Now Junga's mother is born in a farmer's family background, so in China, if there's any benefit coming from the government in society, the farmer background people are not going to be included, so they're kind of really discriminated around other people in China. Even though she left her town where she come from to other places, she's always the outsider. There's no sense of belongings. To compensate that, she really wanted to provide a home for Junga. They were able to buy a tiny land on the neighborhood. And a couple years later, due to the government's benefits, they were able to exchange the land for 2 apartments. So since then, Junga and Junga's mother finally have a place that they can call home forever. Junga is a really thoughtful girl growing up. She's never make any trouble. And as soon as Junga became a teenager, she started to want to give back to her mother, so every year she would never miss giving her mother birthday presents. Junga loves anime. She loves Japan. When she went to the college on the sophomore year, her mother decided that she is going to sell one of the apartment for Junga to go abroad for Japan. When she told Junga, Junga was so happy. She was jumping around asking her, "Are you serious? Like, this is so amazing." And since then, in just 1 year, she got the highest level of Japanese language test. Before she left for Japan, her mother bought this big red winter jacket. It's like one of the most expensive clothes she ever owned. The mother told her that we don't know how Japan is going to be like with the weather, so in the winter, with this jacket, you will never gonna get cold again. And if there's any earthquake happened, this red bright color will help people find you just in case. With all these wishes and love, Junga successfully arrived in Japan and started her life in Japan as a language student. Without even a year, she already got 2 admission. One is one of the top 30 universities in Japan, and around the same time, she also met a new girl that is also come from China, coincidentally from the same city she was from. So they become best friends. And her best friend's name is called Liu Xing. A couple months later as well, Liu Xing got into a new relationship. She met a guy who's older than her, who's also Chinese, in the same school. In just 2 months, they decided to move in together. But it went south quickly because she realized that the guy is a little bit weird and extreme sometimes. If sometimes they argue, he does not like what she's saying, he would just stare her down without saying anything. It looks kind of creepy. Now, the guy is coming from a really poor family. The money that he went to Japan is actually borrowed from friends and family. And he has a very extreme personality that if you trigger him, he will snap. And there's one incident that happened in his college that his ex-girlfriend said something all of a sudden triggered him, that he touched her. The school didn't do anything and they just let that slide because things like that happen a lot in China's universities. So schools and teachers does not want to take it too seriously. Now, he's not the top students in school, but people like him in general. He is very versatile in dealing with people. Even though he's not coming from a very good background, he was able to make a lot of friends. And when he arrived in Japan, he met Liu Xing and he really liked that girl. So very soon they get into the relationship. But this one night, something happened. Chen Shifeng, we will call him Chen, wanted to go to sleep early, and the girl does not want to. So Liu Xing said, "No, I don't want to go to sleep now." And he got super pissed, started yelling at her and said, like, "Get out of my house." Liu Xing got super scared. She texted her boss right away and was able to leave the house. But in the meantime, Chen kind of grabbed her phone and kept her phone for a couple days. So it's kind of like possessive personality from this boyfriend. A couple days later, they kind of made up, and a couple months later, things like this happened again. They broke up again. And ever since then, Liu Xing had to move out, and Junga was able to allow her to stay at her place temporarily. But it was not over for the relationship because Chen was so possessive that he was following her and stalking her all the time at work, at school, on the tram, begging her to forgive her, get back together with her. At this point, Liu Xing was really just sick of him. She started to ignore him. So all the messages that he sent to her, she ignores him. Doesn't reply until this one day that changed everything. That it happened in November 2nd. Around 3 p.m., Liu Xing was sleeping and she heard somebody ring the doorbell. She went there to check in the cat eyes. She couldn't see anybody. So she's texting Junga, who was still at work. She's saying, do you know who that is, or do you have any package there? Like, why is somebody knocking and ringing the bell but not saying anything, and something's covered on the cat eyes? I cannot see anything. Junga's like, well, don't open it. And very soon she finds out, oh, it's her ex-boyfriend who is in front of the door, knocking on the door, trying to talk to her. And he has been murmuring, talking to himself outside the door. Now she just woke up and she does not want to talk to him. She despises him at this point now. Junga came home around like 4 p.m. She met the guy at the door and they started to have a little bit argument because Junga is a very good friend. She is very defensive for the girl. Eventually, both of them left the home. On the way to the subway, the boyfriend just followed behind without saying anything. It's kind of creepy. He followed her at her workplace. And Liu Xing was really over. So she asked her coworker saying that, hey, please, can you help me and tell him that you are my boyfriend now? So he will maybe give me up finally. He did. That kind of triggered him. He started to texting her, asking her about the relationship she had with this new boyfriend and how long they've been together. Eventually, she ignored him and he's saying, if you keep ignoring me, I'm gonna do it my way. She continued to ignore him, thinking like he's just crazy. That night, Liu Xing had a part-time job and Junga was already at home. She received a text message from Liu Xing asking her if she can come pick her up at the train station. Junga went to the tram, started waiting for Liu Xing. Then meanwhile, she had a phone call with mom. The mother's like, this is really cold outside. Are you sure you want to wait out there? She's like, I'm the only person this girl has in Japan. And lately she has some problems with the boyfriend. And, I'll just be waiting for her to go home to make sure that she feels safe. Just when they're talking, Liu Xing get off the train. Junga's like, okay, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. They arrived at the home. As they walked upstairs to the second floor, they saw Chen running from the third floor towards them. Both girls tried to run quickly and Liu Xing ran in the front and got into the door first. As soon as she did that, she locked the door and left Junga alone outside with her ex-boyfriend Chen. Chen at this point is angry. He kept ringing the doorbell and demanding Liu Xing to open the door. Liu Xing was terrified. She started to make a phone call to the police. Chen realized the situation and his frustration turned into a rash action. And whatever happens is a blur. Chen quickly left the scene. That night, Junga's mother texted Junga saying, hey daughter, how's going? No reply, which is unusual because they talk on the phone before they go to sleep every night. And that night, she just didn't. Until the next day afternoon, 5 p.m., Junga's mother received a phone call from someone called himself as a Chinese embassy in Japan, saying that her daughter passed away, was murdered by somebody. She did not believe that in the beginning. She thought that this is a prank and this is probably a scammer. But she was not able to contact Junga, so she's very anxious, wanted to know what happened. And she tried to contact her best friend, Liu Xing, who is also her roommate. No reply as well. She contacted Liu Xing's parents and they got together. They're comforting each other, saying everything will be okay. And then 1 hour later, around 6 p.m., Liu Xing called their parents and crying on the phone. Junga's mother grabbed the phone, asking her, tell me, where's my daughter? What happened? Liu Xing said she was in the hospital. At this moment, Junga's mother crashed on the floor. She knew that phone call is real. And right away after that, Liu Xing's parents started to say, well, Liu Xing is fine, so your daughter should be fine as well. Don't worry about it. Everything will be okay and we gotta go, okay? And they just left. And since then, she was not able to find them. from what she know, the last time she talked to the daughter, she was waiting on the tram for the girl. The girl was fine. She know that it's the boyfriend. She made a post online, ask people for help because she just wanted to know what happened. A couple days later, Liu Xing contacted her again, telling her to stop posting about her name. She does not want to be dragged in this. She insisted that she did not see who took Junga's life and she did not know what happened. And she also lied about the door was locked from the outside. And since then, she disappeared. The parents blocked her, refused to talk to her, and give her any information about who's the killer. This is what caused a lot of controversy on Chinese social media, is that since Junga's mother was not able to find Liu Xing to know what exactly happened, Junga's mother revealed Liu Xing's parents' ID, name, and car plate number online and caused a lot of online bullying to Liu Xing, forced them to finally talk to Junga's mother. This is the only time they talked to her. On the phone, she said, "Why don't you go bother the murderer? This thing has nothing to do with my daughter. Your daughter is short-lived." I think what Liu Xing did to her is really cruel. I think the least she can do is to be at her side, apologize, and tell her exactly at least what happened. The road after Junga passed away, Zhang Qiulin sold her online apartment to fight justice for Junga. She had been bullied online by haters. People tried to scam her for money, but at the same time, she gained millions of people's support, helping her. She insisted on getting Chen's death sentence, collected 4 million signatures for Chen's death petition. Even Chen later on was sentenced to 20 years in Japanese prison. She decided after he finished the sentence in Japan, the procedure is he will be sent back to China and get sentenced again. She will be waiting for him, hopefully to get him a death sentence. And she sued Liu Xing and she won the case of 700,000 yuan for slandering, causing distress to the mother, and have responsibility for Junga's pass away. After that, Junga's mother donated all that money to people who needs education.